Hello everybody, this is Scott coming at you straight from the Lion's Den, and this is going to be a segment on cook pots and cooking systems. Alright guys, thanks for joining us once again here in this segment about cook kits. Once again, I'm going to do the same thing here. This is a larger cook kit I have that you guys have seen before. Show you some relevance here. Once again, here's an Nalgene bottle, so you can see it in size. It is, once again, it's pretty similar. In fact, I even show it in comparative to what was in the previous video here. Now, height-wise, it's pretty much the same, but you can see there is a lot of difference here. This is a little bit larger. Weight is different as well. So let's break this down and we'll show you what we got here. First and foremost, this is my lids. So I'll get to that here in a little bit. Let's break this down here for y'all to see. What I've got here is another piece of GSI. This GSI is what they call the Fair Share mug. Granted, this, as I just mentioned, this kit is a little bit heavier, but part of the reason why I like this is it's nice that it's a container that holds everything. It does have a screw-on lid and is an actual mug, so you got something to hold on to. It's very strong, but has some flexibility in it, whereas you can see this bending here makes it easy enough to put it in a container or a package. You could clip this on directly to your pack if you needed to, something of that nature, because you can't always carry it just by itself. What I got here is my Snow Peak 700. And you guys have seen this in quite a few of my videos where I've used it on, with my alcohol stoves, used it with wood burning stoves. I really do like this mug a lot. I think this is really great and awesome for what it is. It is titanium, so it is rather lightweight by itself, but it's very strong and durable. Transfers heat quickly, but does cool down quickly as well. So depending on what you're making in your conditions, that is something to keep in mind. If your water or food levels is here, for example, where my finger is, from here down, in a couple minutes, that's still going to be really hot. Here up is going to be cool to the touch. You can put it to your lips and not burn yourself. So that transfer of heat is rather rapid in titanium. I got a folding spork. Inside here, I have, as you can see, it's all kind of color coordinated for this particular pack. Rag, and look at that, a Snow Peak 450. This Snow Peak 450 is actually a single wall, not a double wall, and I chose the single wall for one main reason. A double wall, you actually cannot cook in. It takes well, I shouldn't say that. You probably could cook in it. It's just not advisable. It takes forever for it to change over, transfer that heat through, because it's insulated. So it doesn't work that well. And I don't know if it will damage the mug or not, because since it's rolled in on itself and beaded on the inside, what happens is you have, of course much smaller than this, but basically you have a gap like this, okay? If you look right here, with this gap, looking at a large, if it's like this and this part of the pot is heating up, you have that air gap there. I don't know what it would do to that. I don't know if it would damage it. So it's not something that I personally want to try. It might be able to be done. I don't think it would work all that well though. Single wall, I think, is a much easier way to go. Now, the whole purpose of this is a couple things. One, I'll throw in an extra spork or something in here because this gives me multiple containers to eat out of. And this is predominantly when I have my kids with me. You know, when my daughter's with me, it makes it very simple and easy to take this, use this as it is here, gives her something to eat out of, me something to eat out of, and something for me to have a, you know, some nice tea or coffee or something to drink out of as well. You know, the kids, they'll drink water or drink, you know, a flavored drink or something like that, not necessarily a hot drink, or vice versa. You know, if I'm going to share like hot cocoa or something like that, you know, so it's very simple and easy. The nice thing is that I can take this and I can rearrange it for what I need. Maybe I don't want to take this that day and I want to just take this with me, you know, or I want to take that and a drinking vessel for something hot to drink with a hot meal. I can just take this all by itself. So my weight changes. It is the nice thing about this, and this, as I said in previous videos, you know, it's the versatility of being able to move things around to make it work and suit your needs. It's where the lids come into play. Now, I will take one of the lids. For example, this lid is for the Snow Peak. It is stainless steel. It's also one of the heaviest lids out there for its size. So I know a lot of people don't like it. However, I just received my lid from Smoke Eater 908 for the 10 centimeter Imusa pot, and it happens to be the same size as this. So I'm going to try that out on my next trip. Basically, that's just, that there's what it does. Just pops right on that guy there. Where most people seem to complain and not like it so much, part of the thing that I do like about this is it is very nice and easy. As you see here, I got my spork. You take your spork right in there in the vent hole, pop it right open like that. You never have to touch it and burn yourself, you know, if it's really hot. So there is an advantage to this lid if you work it right. And then you just take this, and I would never do it on the mug, but the whole purpose for this here is it makes it easy for you to hang it. So, you know, you hang it off a branch or something like that, keeps it kind of out of the way. The other advantage to versatility here is, I'm going to show this to you, and hopefully this shows up as well. See if I can get that to show up. If you can read this, it does say right on there, jet boil. I do not own a jet boil. However, I have this lid for a reason, and that being that it just so happens that when you are looking at having that nice, great big cup of coffee in the morning, you're not going to drink out of something small. I myself, I am this guy. I may not eat much in the morning time, but I'll be damned if I'm not going to have a nice big cup of joe. This happens to fit right on there, just like so. So now, when you're looking at it, so I'm going to do this for me here. Now I got something nice to drink out of. No burning the lips, nothing like that, of course. Even though the heat does transfer through this fast, it's still nice to have this way and know that you're not going to accidentally dump the whole thing on you. And it works so well, and it really adds no weight. This is really light. This weighs almost nothing, you know. I mean, it's that nice soft rubbery stuff, and it just, I mean, it works awesome. So, and great thing is since it does have the hole in here, you could get the French press if that's your thing. I kind of go the whole, you know, I do the cowboy coffee sometimes, or I just do some instant stuff depending on my situation. But if you want to do the French press, you know, get some real nice coffee, you could buy the French press that is for the jet boil, and it just so happens to work in the Snow Peak perfect. So let's see what else we got here. Okay, the final part to this. This here is my stove. What I take in this particular kit. And what I have in this kit is two parts here. Now, give me a second here and I'll get right back on camera for you. As you can see here, I have the hiker stove in this one. And I also have a, as I referred to before, my version of the Venom stove. And this is one of the things that I did. I actually reduced it down in size and made it into something that's very small and compactable here. So I carry both of these stoves. They all fit in the same container, and it works very well. That way, as I said, especially since you might be cooking one thing in food, you need to heat up some water for doing a quick coffee. Well, it's really great to stick this right here on like this, and then have your 450 mug right here. I can make coffee and make something to eat all at the same time in a very small, compact space. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna have some other cook kits to show here in a little bit, some older stuff. We're gonna move on to, then I'm going to show you some how you can kind of change things up between the different kits that I've shown you, and how some things will slide over to other stuff and work, and how you can make one larger kit and then use it for, kind of like in the small example I did here, where you can use it for, multiple different uses. And with just a little bit of money, you can make it suit the situation you need, whether you have 2 other people going with you or it's just yourself, and be able to use multiple different things. And then later on, we're gonna go over some stoves, and I'll show the canister stoves I have. I'll show alcohol stoves, and just show you a couple of different things I got there. So thanks for sticking along for the ride, and we'll see you guys on the next one.